Hey guys, it's me again. So today might be a little bit of a controversial one. Today we're going to talk about the whole idea of why people hate furries. Now, the reason I got this idea was because I recently thought to myself, I used to hate furries, but I stopped hating them. Why did I hate them in the first place? And I found out there was a lot of reasons why I hated furries and why I don't think they're as bad as they are today. So I'm going to be listing a few reasons why I think people in general hate furries. And I'm going to start the video off by saying I do not defend nor do I hate on furries. This is just stating the obvious as don't forget that despite everything, furries are just humans and like to dress up as anthropomorphic animals, or however you pronounce it. So, my first reasoning of why I think people hate furries is very simple. There are these group of people that I don't seem to remember the name of for some reason. These people generally believe themselves to be animals, more or less more like animals that have been reincarnated into humans. Now, I personally don't believe in this stuff, and I don't believe an animal can be reincarnated into a human, and so these people are usually perceived as a little weird. Not everyone really enjoys talking to them, nor or just interacting with them. So a lot of people think of them as weird, but because they have something going on where they're an animal thing, they perceive them as furries and give furries a bad reputation. And from these people just being how they are and just necessarily not being normal. These people are usually not necessarily a more than anything other than angry TikTokers or stuff like that. I don't think they genuinely believe they're animals, but the internet sure does, and that's why I think people like to associate them with furries because it's an animal thing. You're gonna associate them with furries, because furries are an animal thing. And it's very simple. It's like math. 2 + 2 = 4. Or nothing really difficult about it. Anyways, on to the next thing. Zoophiles. Now this is where stuff kicks off. Zoophiles are unforgivable in my opinion. I don't think they can be forgiven. These people generally believe that having a relationship with animals are fine. And I don't really like to judge often, but these people I judge. This is just not normal. I'm sorry. The problem with zoophiles, though, is that a lot of them tend to be furries, or people tend to associate them with furries, and that's why people might hate on them because they think, oh, this person is disgusting. They associate themselves with a relationship with an animal. Well, it's disgusting. Man should date other humans, and not animals. So obviously, zoophiles give a bad reputation to furries because animal thing. Now, for the next thing, this is a common problem, and it's not just amongst furries. And you're probably don't spit out your drink, buddy. Next thing is pedophiles. Now, pedophiles are assholes. Everyone knows that. They're disgusting people, and they should all cease to exist, in my opinion. Pedophiles, though, the one thing about them is a decent chunk of them were furries, and a lot of people will see that and assume that every furry is the same. So, it was pretty controversial at the time, and because, like I said, not many people will like it when you're a pedophile, and when you're trying to fit into a community while being a pedophile, you end up making that community look bad. It doesn't matter what it is. It will always happen. Whether you're a gay, a homosexual, or whatever, or if there is a decent chunk of people from your community that are pedophiles, people are going to start associating you with that. And because as regular pedophiles aren't necessarily anything special, hearing one that was a furry, it makes people angry and makes people think this person is bad. This person is bad just because he's from this community. You get this. Anyways, on to the next thing, which is furry fetishes. Now, these are pretty self-explanatory. And a lot of people think that furries are just like disgusting people all that have these weird fantasies, but they're not all like this. Some of them are generally normal people, well, but these people like to overshare, rather than Twitter or Reddit. They like to share this stuff too much, and because there's so much of it, from what I heard, I did not research this. I just know that there's a lot of it out there. A lot of people don't like it because they tend to have some weird fetishes, like foot fetishes or stuff like that. And now for the next thing, in stereotypes. Stereotypes are everywhere. Let's be honest. Everyone knows about stereotypes. It doesn't matter what your culture is. People are going to be stereotypical about it. Stereotypes are pretty bad, and I'm saying that from experience. Now, me, you probably never knew this. I'm actually a Saudi Arabian and Muslim. I have a really English accent, and so a lot of people don't really know that I'm from Saudi Arabia. This actually might be the first time I explained that, and a lot of people tend to associate me with, well, a lot of bad people. And the problem with that is just because, as of where I come from, that's why people think oh, this person is from that is the same person, and or not like that. It's more or less, this person and is also Muslim. He must be the reason for the incident, which I will not be continuing on this. We all know what I'm talking about, but it does involve the year 2001, if that helps clear things up. So yeah, stereotypes are obviously going to give a bad reputation to all furries. I know it seems a little crazy for me to mention this type of stuff, but it happens. It happens to me a lot, and I'm not surprised that it happens to furries. So those are my reasons why I personally think people hate furries, and that's why I think maybe, just maybe, they're not as bad as you think they are. I'm not saying this to defend them. Like I said, I'm just saying this because as I feel bad of somebody being hated just because of how they are, and I can feel the same way because I'm Muslim. Like I said, a lot of people hate Muslim people for no reason when I'm just belief in my religion and is just really high, and a lot of people don't like that. And it's crazy to me. Like, it's crazy to me that somebody would just hate on the group of people, well, just based off of how they look in stereotypes. Huh? Where have I heard that before? No, I'm just kidding. I'm not saying hating furries is racism, but racism is pretty bad, and it's the same reason of racism or hating people on how they look and stereotypes. And this is pretty much what's going on with furries. Now, the only reason I decided to make this video was just because I thought maybe this will be something fresh. I wanted to do something fresh other than just gaming content. The only reason I have Siege footage is so you don't get bored while watching this. You could always watch this like it's an audiobook or something, and although it isn't. Now, I have interviewed two furries about this. As a matter of fact, they were just us to... Alright, let me explain it from the top. I was minding my own business and I logged on a VR chat, which I recently came to enjoy. VR chat is a little bit controversial. It had its problems, but that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is the people I've met on VR chat. Now, these people, they didn't seem like furries to me because as well, they weren't really dressed in an avatar that would scream, "Hey, I'm part of this community." And I know it might sound a little off of me saying like that, even after I said that based off of looks is not really the best thing. I just say this as because I didn't really think they'd be like this. So when I explained to them this after talking about Half-Life, I explained to them this video idea and asked them, "What do you guys think of this?" And they said it wouldn't be a bad video idea. And then I told them I kind of wanted to interview two furries or more about this, and they revealed to me that they were furries themselves. And it was actually very surprising. I'll play you the footage of them right now and their opinions on all my statements, so you can see that I'm not just pulling this shit out of my ass. Actual furries agree with me and also see why people are like this.
So what do you guys think about my statements?
I mean, they seem pretty fair, seem pretty unbiased. Yeah, didn't say anything leading to one side or another.
And
like you said, you thought we weren't furries. We kind of
agree. Yeah, because you guys were. It's like I genuinely didn't think you were furries just based off of your looks. Like that's the problem. Most people do that.
Yeah.
So which is why when I saw that you were furries, it was perfect because you guys are actually just normal people. There's nothing wrong about being a furry. I wouldn't be one, but no offense to that. I'm just saying they're human beings. What do you say?
Yeah. Well, I agree with you. Like, a lot of them are pretty just normal, but there are definitely the ones that can be really...
The ones that give a bad rep.
Bad to talk to. Like, yeah, that give furries bad reputation.
Exactly.
Really.
And just for the camera, can you say that you are actual furries so people don't just assume I staged this whole thing?
Yeah, I'm an actual furry.
If you could state also how long you've been a furry, that would be great.
About probably 6 months, and then I've been in denial for it for longer.
And you?
Almost 4 years.
Wow. And you guys talked I talked to you about like how long you've been around as a furry and how much hate you've received. You didn't get much. What about you? You haven't actually said anything about that.
I do get. It's mainly just the little children that really make fun of it. Yeah.
But there are adults that make fun of furries.
Really chill. It isn't as relevant when it's with adults, though. But yeah,
but they do take it more seriously if you think about it.
Yeah, serious.
Children really can't do much about like their opinions, and it's not only because they're too young to actually say anything. When it comes from an adult, they mean it more than children do. Children, they might grow out of it. Let's be honest. Like adults saying they hate furries is the actual problem.
Yeah.
I used to hate furries, but then I thought to myself, why do I hate furries? And I realized there's nothing really wrong about them. They're just dressing as animals.
I used to hate furries too.
You used to hate furries, and now you've been a furry for 4 years, and I assume you enjoy it. And I assume you do enjoy like being a furry.
I do.
All right. It's good to see the both of you agree with me in all these statements I'm making. Hope the video does great for trying to show some light that not every furry is as bad as the others, or the ones that people mainly focus about. So it's been great. I didn't mean to bother you much. Thank you for being included in this video.
Alright, that's everything for today. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope I give you a more or better idea of why you should hate a person, and because hating on furries is really not worth it. You're just hating on somebody who just likes to do a type of thing. And I wouldn't hate you based off of you being a cosplayer of something. And think of that, but, you know, as animals. It's not really that difficult to understand. Like, this isn't me trying to defend furries, this is just me trying to state the obvious, because I don't like any type of hate on anyone based off of stereotypes and past as problems. So I hope this video gave you an idea of my opinion on why I think people hate furries and why maybe you might be hating on them for nothing. I hope this video was entertaining for you, or at least gave you an idea of what to think about these group of people. Well, but in the end, we're all human. There's really no reason to hate each other. So I hope you enjoyed this one. Until the next one, maybe I'll throw in a little teaser. Probably not. And I hope you enjoyed it.